Recovery is a process of decisions podcast. This podcast is a weekly revealing of the recovery journey of peer support specialist Trent Thomas. Join him on his internal research-driven dive into what to and what not to do in sustaining recovery. His weekly episodes demonstrate that you are not alone, and what we can't do alone, we can do together. This life is hills and valleys, but we were built for struggle. These weekly episodes are a journey into his life lessons as he fulfills his daily mandate to help someone other than himself. Welcome. The Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. To the Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. This is Trent Thomas, your recovery peer support specialist. This week's episode is entitled Recovery Begins as Truth Shapes Character. Meeting someone new involves an application process. The give and take of acquiring someone new in your life is a complicated, highly entrenched process involving layers of trust and honesty or abandonment of values, confusion, and lies. How a relationship starts usually details its continuance or demise. If an initial reaction is filled with false and imaginary lies of fabrication and mask, then the conclusion of that relationship is assured and guaranteed. The eventual revelation of these false queries will result in the implosion of a false relationship. Any relationship built upon weak and false testimony will suffer with eventual decay and demise. Building a house on a foundation of sand will lead to the crumbling of this home because the foundation lacks solid footing and will eventually dissolve and crumble. Such is true of any relationship that is built upon deceit and false testimony. Building one's own history filled with lies and imaginary hype will soon be revealed for the lies and untruthfulness it contains. No lie can stand forever. A lie is a forever vanishing thing. Lying is an exercise in futility. All lies meet an eventual ending. Truth is the only thing that is eternal. Truth is the only solid entity that life depends upon. Truth is the only reality that locks in a true framework for life. A framework strong enough to withstand the regiment of life's eternal travesty. The truth that life demands is often delivered with a shocking revelation of unhampered reality. This truth is absolutely necessary to place the components of life in its strong foundation and upward solid framework used to build the intricacies of life's interplay among living humans and their complicated lives. Truth reveals all we are and have become. The truth that comes from God reveals the part that God plays in all our lives. I have learned that faith is in the waiting on God's plan to unravel itself and make real its components. Everything God does is truthful. God cannot lie. Every utterance from God goes forth as truth and cannot fail. With God, all things are possible and achievable. Recovery is truth. Truth revealed in one's own life. truth that is demonstrated in each waking moment, truth that enhances doing the next right thing, which is the mandate of everyone's recovery. My recovery is a daily reprieve to just do better. Better today than yesterday. My recovery is an enacting of my truth, a revealing of my truth as it relates to me doing the next right thing. Recovery is a process of portraying truth, God's truth, His will, His plan for us as He sees it. Truth from God is uncompromising, unflappable, unbending, unwilling to compromise its ethics, its hold on reality. Truth is the strongest element in the universe. Truth is the universe. Truth is unchangeable and delivered with the magnitude of the sheer force that is God. Truth is a solid wall of reinforced brick and concrete. It is unmovable and unbreachable. It cannot be overcome or disproven. Truth is and needs no supports or limbs to stand upon. It is what it is, and that's all it can be and will be forever and ever. With truth, you can take it to the bank and cash it. It will hold its value today, tomorrow, and forever. Truth will never waver or wither. It will stand the test of time. It will stand erect forever and never give way to the wind or rain or the hands of time. Just like today is today and tomorrow is tomorrow, truth will always be the truth. The truth is God, and God is the truth. Facts that stand forever and ever. The values I display based on truth will never fail me and will always be the truth. The truth that comes from God stands alone and never needs any support. God's truth bears the weight of life and carries the truth that comes from God. Staying in one's own truth is how recovery is sustained. Recovery is a lifestyle and involves much more than just not drinking and drugging. It involves a conscientious decision to invoke truth and a truthful way of life. It entails not being a deceiver or conjurer of deception, a liar or manipulator, seeking serenity in all things, slow to anger, and cognizant of the power of your words and the effect your words have on others. Words have tremendous power. They possess the power to change minds and hearts, to stop and start wars. We remember the words of Martin Luther King and Winston Churchill. Their words are timeless and still exert much power, even though their speakers are dead and gone. The truth of words bear the timelessness of the power of God. Truth spoken still radiates the power of God because truth is power. True words bear the power of the Almighty Creator of truth. Truth spoken resonates the purveyor of truth, just as the Bible, centuries later, still bears the power of its creator. The power of God still beams its focus to all those that hear his words thousands of years after being uttered. Truth that emanates from God denotes the power of the Almighty Creator even today. The power of truth continues to resonate year after year. The truth in recovery will never compromise the values embedded in one's character. Recovery bears up truth, and truth will never compromise one's character. Being truthful is a necessary component of recovery. In fact, recovery is the revelation of truth. The embarking on a path of truthfulness defines one's recovery. With truth, one links to the essence of the Almighty God. Recovery strengthens my character and rebuilds my life and allows me to live again. A new opportunity to live, to make better decisions, a second chance at life, a more truth-filled life, a life following God's plan, a plan based on truth, a plan where my character grows and strengthens, a plan based on and wrapped in truth. This is Trent Thomas on another episode of Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. You can now subscribe to this podcast and receive special in-depth episodes for subscribers only, as well as a private personal email account to communicate directly with me for comments and show suggestions. In addition, I'll be doing podcast shout-outs to all those subscribers who request shout-outs. As always, your inspiring comments can be left at transnetrecover.com/podcast. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, #TransNetRecover. Thank you and have a blessed day.